Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Thomas if you're brand new here, and I make videos every single Monday here on YouTube. In today's video, I'm going to be doing this double man braided tutorial for you. Today isn't just any old tutorial though. Now, learning how to braid is actually a quite complex thing to get your head around. So what I've done here today in this video for you is I've literally simplified it as much as I possibly can, practicing with yarn. So before I go and teach you how to do this really ridiculous, crazy, intricate hairstyle, I think it's best that I teach you the actual essence of braiding and what it is, just so you can get your head around it. And then once you get your head around it, then you could probably attempt a hairstyle like this, if you know what I mean. So yeah, pretty much I've just tried to simplify the idea of braiding for you, which I'm about to show you now. And then after I show you the technique to make a braid, then I'm going to show you how I did it on my head. Okay? Enjoy! Alrighty, so let's begin. So now I'm just going to say firstly, I am not the world champion at braiding. I'm pretty new to the topic myself, but I think the way that I'm going to be explaining this to you today is going to be very helpful in getting you understanding how you actually braid and what's actually going on when you're intertwining everything. Now, some of you might not be aware of even what a plait is. So a plait is literally just 3 strands of hair that you intertwine together. So I'll quickly show you how to do a plait. It's pretty much you grab 3 pieces of hair like this, and you're going to get your rude fingers ready to do all the twisting, because they're the ones that grab and hold the strand in the center. So the way I would explain this is you want to intertwine everything, and see how the pink is in the middle. You want the pink to come back to the middle, and that's pretty much one twist cycle. We're going to call it a twist cycle. So what I would do is I would feed the yellow yarn into my rude finger and pull it under like that. And then I would also grab the blue yarn into my other rude finger, pull it under like that, and then get my rude finger that was holding the yellow before and pull the pink back into the center. Now that is one twist cycle. That's what we're going to call it, all right? And then you pretty much continue to do that twist cycle over and over again. You just might want to practice that to get used to doing what a plait is. And it starts to look like that. You pretty much just keep doing the twist cycle over and over again. And what braiding is literally doing this plait motion, but adding all of these other pieces in, which I'm going to show you in just a second. So if you are totally new to the idea of what plaiting is, maybe try learning how to plait first, get that under control, and then you can start learning how to braid. Okie dokie, so I hope plaiting was an easy thing for you to get your head around. Now it's actually time to start doing the braid. So with braiding, you'll notice that braiding is literally a plait with all of these other sections combined in there. But it gets very tricky, so that's why I've got these colored bits. It keeps us in line, we know exactly where we are. All right, so the first thing I would do is tell you to grab all of this hair like that and poke a little bit through like that. This is what you would do if this was the front of your head. To grab you 3 sections. So this is the front of our head again. And then what we're going to do is literally that plait cycle again. So we're going to do one twist cycle, bring yellow in, bring blue in, bring pink back to the middle. And then after you've done your first twist cycle, you want to grab your first section of hair over here, and you're going to add that into pink. And you're going to make pink and the first section into one. They are now one. And then grab that with your rude finger, and then pass pink off to the left, my left, your right. Bring yellow to the center, and you would grab the next section of hair, but on the other side. And then you're going to add that in, just like you did with pink, and now yellow, and the first section on my left side is now one. Then we're going to put yellow off to my right, your left, and bring blue to the center. And then once blue's in the center, what do you think we're going to do? We're going to add another section in. Boom, 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 boom. So once you've merged blue in and it's now one section, you literally just continue that cycle, those twist cycles, but adding new pieces of hair in. So just to show you again, I'm going to bring pink back to the center now, and the next section of hair or yarn in line is going to go into pink, just like this. And then again, pink's going to go off to my right, your left, yellow's going to come back into the middle, and then we're going to put the next layer of hair into yellow. And literally, you just continue this cycle over and over again until you run out of hair on the head. It's literally that easy. Ta-da! And that is literally how it's done. If you can have a little bit of a closer look here, you can see, oh, sorry, I'll make that a bit brighter. You can see these ribbed parts here. So that's what you are seeing when you see a man braid. It's kind of like those ribbed pieces that give it a really cool look, and then you've got the braid in the center. What's also happened here is as I've continued along with the braid, I've run out of sections underneath, and after you run out of sections to put the braid on, you kind of get a plait effect again, like we did just before, because there's no other sections to be adding in, so you just end up plaiting the end, which, I mean, if you practice that initially in the beginning, you'll be a pro at that. But yeah, the thing you need to look out for as well is when you get the concept like this is literally just to show you how the hair goes in. But once you learn to do it like this, you have to kind of flip it around when it's on your own head. And you've got to kind of intertwine it. That's where it gets really tricky. But as long as you know this cycle and procedure of how to do it, then you should be good at braiding. You just need to practice it from there. So yeah, I really hope this method of braiding, or this demo, was really easy for you to understand. If you could let me know in the comments below what you thought of that, if you could like take it in, or if it was understandable, that'd be amazing. But now it's time to get back on over to that camera and do our double braid for today. Alrighty, so I hope you found that little technique useful, or it helped you understand what braiding actually is, because seriously, when I tried to understand what braiding was, I thought I'm never going to get this. But explaining it that way really helps you get it. So I hope that helped. And now it is time to do our double braids. So I've gone back in time to before I filmed the intro of this video, and my hair is wet. Doing these braids when your hair is wet is so much easier, especially with hair like mine. My hair's so fuzzy and uncontrollable. When it's wet, it's got a little bit more weight, and it's easier to do. So my hair is soaking wet. I've just done my after hair care routine. I've got 3 things that I need. I've got my elastics, I've got my comb, and I've also got my bobby pins, right? So the first thing I would do is separate my hair down the very middle, because what I'm going to be doing is exactly what I just showed you with the braiding technique, but I'm going to be doing it in 2 sections. So I'm going to do it over here, and I'm going to do it here. It gets a little bit more tricky, so bear with me. So we literally just get the towel comb and start dividing this shit up. Alright, there you go, there's my center part. Now, as I've got it parted, I'm just going to band these up so I can keep the sections together and they don't get mixed up with each other. Alright, and then this is our first section that we're going to be working with. So now that I've done the section, I'm just going to zoom the camera right up to my head so you can see what I'm doing and actually see the procedure that I was just showing you before. Alright, so I'm going to grab this front section right here, and I'm going to pretend that this is my yellow, pink, and blue strands. I'm going to poke my fingers through to make 3, like that, and then I'm going to start my weaving. Bang, bang, bang. So I've just done my first twist cycle there. Now I'm going to get a piece of hair, section it off. Ta-da! And now that I've got it at the end, it's actually turned into a plait. I'm going to get a little elastic, put that around the end, like that. Okay, so in between me weaving that, I actually got a little bit distracted. I really had to kind of concentrate, but as you can see, me using that technique that I showed you just before has created this first braid on my head. And then now, all I have to do is do it on the other side, and then once I've done it on the other side, I connect these 2 up, which I'll show you in a second, okay? Okie dokie, so now that we have finished the braids, it's time to finish up the hairstyle, and what we do is we connect the braids together, and then we coil them on top of the head, kind of like a resting snake, if you like. Alrighty guys, and that is the final look for the tutorial. So all I did in the end was after I connected the 2 braids together, I just coiled them up and secured them in with bobby pins. So, and that's it. That's literally it. So once you get that braiding technique down pat, you can start to try it out on your head. It's just knowing how to braid. That's the big hurdle. Once you know exactly what to do, you can work out where it feels comfortable in your hands. But yeah, I'm really hoping that you learned something from this video today, and if not, I'm so sorry. But yeah, and make sure you leave me a comment telling me what you want me to do next. I really like it when you guys give me suggestions. It's always great. It gives me an idea of what you guys are looking for, and that's literally all I need. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you next week for another video, okay? Bye!